If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about it? I'm stuck.
Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. If today is your first time coming across my channel, please don't forget to join this family by subscribing. To my returning subscribers, you guys, you're amazing. You know I love you, right? Anyway, thank you so much for coming back. So our today's discussion is about love, my people. You know, everyone wants to love and to be loved. When I say love, I mean health love, not toxic one. So one black woman from TikTok asked her followers to share their health story. First, let's hear her video.
If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about it? I'm stuck in the algorithm on TikTok where it's just a bunch of horror stories from women and men with bad behavior, and many of my relationships reflect that dynamic too. But I believe in love and I want love still, and I know I'm not alone. I know how important it is when you're trying to attract something new into your life to find examples of other people who have that thing. And so this is my attempt to find examples and to get some healing. And I think it would be healing for a lot of other women too, who are still looking for love in spite of all that they've been through. So anything that you're comfortable sharing would be great, from how you met to what you love about them to what the dynamic of your relationship is like, what they do for you, what you do together, if you've ever had a big argument and how you've gotten through it, like anything that you want to share. And if you think your story is too boring to share, you're probably exactly who we need to be hearing from. Just stitch this video, tag me in it, and I'll be sure to repost it on my page too.
Well, first, what is health love? There are many definitions to this, but let's hear people's stories about health love.
If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about it? I'm stuck in the algorithm.
Not only am I in a healthy relationship with a man, I'm in a healthy relationship with a black, attractive, high earning man. I think that's important to note because a lot of black women, especially who want and to desire to marry a black man, feel like they might have to settle. And no, you don't. I have been with Jonathan 6 years. We got married 3 months ago. And when I tell you that I have never once since we've been together had to worry about who I was going to get with him. If I had to give him a nickname, I would call him Mr. Follow Through. Since the very beginning, Jonathan has been what he's talking about, okay? I remember when we first started dating, we would plan dates on like a Sunday, and like almost every day leading up into the Friday date, I would be like, "Are we still going? Like, are you still excited?" And finally one day he sat me down and he was like, "Stop asking me that, because if I say that I'm going to do something, it's going to get done." And he wasn't lying. The original creator also suggested to talk about your life with your partner. And that's such an interesting thing because so many people have asked us, how has our life changed since we got married? And honestly, it hasn't changed that much. And that's because I knew exactly what to expect when I married Jonathan. I think something that social media like puts in our heads is that every day has to be exciting. Every day has to be this grand gesture or whatever the case may be. And honestly, what I find so joyful about being with Jonathan is that the everyday things are some of the things I enjoyed the most. Like today, we were on a walk. We walked to go get coffee, and Jonathan looked at me and said, "I'm so happy with you." And that is what we do very often with each other. We tell each other in real time, no matter what small task it is or what small thing we're doing, "I'm having a good time with you. Like, this is fun for me." And so that we understand that our day to day life is enjoyable and we love doing it with each other. So, I know we can get on these apps and we feel like, damn, everybody complaining. Please know that there are people out there who probably are just silent because they're just having a good time walking down the street. Let me know if you want to hear more about my boo because I love him. And also, I'm going to throw a picture in the end because we just got married and why not? Bye!
What's healthy. So I would love it. So I have been married to my husband for 17 and a half years, and we actually had a very rocky, crazy start, like before we got married, like just young, immature, and doing all those crazy things. But then we got married, and our marriage has been completely healthy. I don't mean it's been perfect, and I don't mean that we've never had issues. I mean it's healthy. And what I mean about healthy is we have evolved over time. We have learned to communicate over time. We have learned to get better as individuals and as a couple over time. We have managed to share wisdom with our children. And so what makes something healthy is growth. And so, like I said, it's not perfect. It's not even like just fabulous all the time. I mean, but it's healthy. Like you said that word, and that just kind of like stuck with me and it resonated with me. It's healthy. And so some of the examples that I think that make a healthy marriage is I don't try to make my husband be something that he's not. He is who he is. Anytime I ask of something of my husband that I want him to change, these are things that all healthy adults, males, should want to do, husbands, fathers, whatever. And the same thing that he asks of me. So he loves sports, he loves football, he loves, doing those kind of things. I don't really care for it, but I don't try to make him not do that. The thing about me is I'm always evolving in my style and the things that I like and I don't like. And he lets me be me. Like one of the things I've said from day one, he lets me be me. So we're very comfortable being ourselves in our marriage. We're not trying to create a new person. And now that we're like in our late 40s and our 50s, we're evolving even more as individuals. And so the other healthy thing about our marriage is the fact that as we are changing and evolving in our individual selves, the other one is supportive of that change. So there's things that he's doing and becoming that he didn't do or, wasn't like at the beginning of the marriage or 5 years ago or even 2 years ago. I can't hold him to the person he was 24 months ago. I have to walk with him as he evolves, and he has to do the same with me. So healthy marriages do exist, and you're right to talk about being around and immersing yourself in that, because I literally do the same thing. We have 4 couple friends that are in healthy marriages. All of us either came from divorced parents, estranged marriage parents, or parents that were never married. Like out of the 8 people, because it's me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 couples. So out of the 10 of us, none of our parents have like healthy marriages, husbands or wives. And so we surrounded ourselves with healthy couples, and we as 5 couples hold ourselves accountable as the husbands and the wives. So I hope that helps, and I pray for you, and I hope the best for you in finding a beautiful, healthy marriage that you so desire, because it does exist. It takes time and it takes nurturing, just like a garden. In order to have healthy food in a garden, you have to nurture it, you have to water it, you have to make sure that it has the right mulch, and sometimes you have to prune it. So sometimes things have to be taken away, but they do exist. Hope that helps.
If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about
I am in a healthy relationship with the black man of my dreams. He is kind, he is enterprising, he is generous, he is faithful. And most importantly, he is my very best friend, period. Successful relationships can be described as just that. That's your boring best friend. The key to staying in a healthy relationship is find someone that likes you. Not the show you put on, not the part that you use to attract other people, but someone who genuinely likes you. Someone who you can sit on the floor with, crisscross applesauce, laugh until your eyes are tearing up, and have that same person also be the person to console you during your very worst days. I think in the beginning of a relationship, we really prioritize romance and courtship and dating and vacations and flashiness. But the best, most long-sustaining relationships, the most long-term relationships that I know, are people that have wonderful companionship. Their partner is reliable, they're loyal, they're supportive. I am my partner's comfort, I am my partner's peace, I am my partner's #1 fan, and vice versa.
If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about it? I'm stuck in the algorithm.
All right, ladies, let's talk about it. So I've been in a healthy relationship for 3 years, recently turned marriage. We got married this summer. And I just want to be honest and say that being in a healthy relationship is not easy. Accepting a healthy love from an attractive black man is not easy. I think a lot of times when we're single, we know what we deserve. We know we have an idea that God has an amazing love out there for us. But I just want to be honest and say that when God sends you that man, you may not necessarily always be ready to receive it, right? I think in the beginning of our relationship, especially because my husband at the time, my boyfriend, was so intentional, I had a lot of doubt. And I was like, all right, so what's the catch? When are we going to see who you really are? We met through our moms who share a mutual friend, which that's a whole nother story. And we connected kind of via phone. We talked for a while. I was living in LA at the time. He was in New York. And we had developed this deep emotional connection via phone. And then one day he's like, well, I got to come to LA and I got to see my girl. And the first time that we met, the first weekend, it was magical. At the end of that weekend, he said, it's not going to take me 6 months to figure out what I want to do with you. And he was very intentional. And a year later, he proposed, and now we're married. So that's my best friend. I love him. Our relationship dynamic is amazing. We're very in sync. We have a lot of communication. I will say I think the key to our relationship has really been doing therapy from the beginning. We didn't wait until we were engaged to do any type of counseling. We literally had a conversation early on talking about how we didn't really know how to have a healthy relationship, and we decided to go get some help. And it was great because we didn't wait until there was an issue. And we've been with our therapist for years, literally since like 6 months into our relationship. She helped us ask the tough questions, communicate, accept each other, understand each other. My husband is an Aquarius, so take with that what you will. And I'm a Gemini, but he's amazing. He's romantic. He buys me flowers just because he's very intentional. He's extremely thoughtful. He's there for me. And I have to say that there is something so beautiful about seeing a Black man just love fully and being able as a Black independent woman to just let your guard down and be at peace. It's so refreshing, so rewarding. I wish everyone the healthiest, joyous relationship. But I will say, ladies, there is a lot of work that needs to happen, a lot of accountability, a lot of self-reflection before you can really accept and receive a healthy relationship, because you can think you're ready for it and you deserve it, but do you actually know what that looks like and understand that there is going to be some doubt and questions that come up. So happy to talk about it more, but thank you for this question. Happy holidays.
If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about it?
Let me give the girls some hope and tell y'all my testimony, okay? So my boyfriend and I met when we were in college, but we got into a committed relationship after we both graduated. After he graduated, he moved to Dallas for an amazing job offer, y'all. An amazing job offer that is like his dream job. But me, on the other hand, I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. So I'm still in Virginia at this time, working job after job, changing my career about 10 different times, trying to figure out what the heck is my passion. So y'all, one day I was on the phone with him getting ready for work, but I was also just venting to him about how unhappy I was, y'all. Like, I was just like, babe, I need to change the speed. I need to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. I have so much more to offer to this world than to be working at this 9 to 5. Now I'm at work doing my everyday duties, and my manager tells me to come to the back because my husband is on the phone. I'm thinking in my head, Boogie, I don't have a husband. So I go to the back to answer the phone, and it's my man. So I pick up the phone. I'm like, babe, what's wrong? Like, I'm at work. So he's just like, do you want today to be your last day at work? Child, the man didn't have to repeat himself. He didn't have to say it louder because I was already with it, okay? The answer is yes. So he was like, so go ahead and clock out for me. This man got me a one-way ticket to Dallas, got movers at my daggone apartment shipping my stuff over to Dallas. Baby, the man wasn't playing. He paid the fee for me to break my lease. Like, he just had everything taken care of. I felt secure in making the move because, for one, I had a great savings account and I also have 2 degrees. So if all else fails, baby, I can do better by myself. So I'm all settled in now, and we just decided to have a sit down just to talk about our expectations of each other now that we live together. And he literally just told me, the only thing I expect from you is for you to find what your passion is in life. You don't gotta cook, you don't gotta contribute to anything financially. Just figure out what you want out of life. So I told him, like, babe, I think I wanna take content creation serious. I might have told him that on a Monday, and I promise y'all that Friday I had a vlogging camera, a new phone, ring lights, vanity sets. Baby, he was not playing. And the biggest thing of all, I complained about the lighting in our old apartment because we didn't have like a lot of natural light. The man moved us into a high rise. Like, I really cannot make this up. I say all that to say, this man knew how unhappy I was, so he changed my circumstances. And he also knew my potential, so he invested into my passion. And now I get to wake up every day and talk to a phone and make money. That man wanted to alleviate all my issues so I can just focus on me and what I want out of life. And that's a beautiful Black king right there. It's been 4 years now. We've gone to couples therapy. We're constantly working on the quality of our relationship, and we just are obsessed with each other. And I just love my man. Do not lose hope, baby. Your person is out here somewhere and he gonna come get you. He gonna come get you, Boogie.
If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about it?
It would be my pleasure to talk about this amazing man that I'm with. And not only am I with a man in a healthy relationship, I am with an amazing Black man who is beautiful inside and out, is emotionally available, is self-aware, who is insanely kind to me, treats me with the utmost respect, speaks to me gently, treats me gently and with care, who the first time I raised my voice at him did not raise his voice at me, instead waited until he calmed down and said, I don't yell at you, so I don't expect you to yell at me. I want you to talk to me if you have a problem with me. Again, a man who approaches me with tender love and care. He is aware of my needs. He does things for me without me ever having to ask. He listens to me. He just got me some things for Christmas that I think I mentioned in the spring. He's always thinking of me in more ways than one. He rubs my back. He rubs my feet. He talks to me nicely. He listens to me speak about books and movies. He took me two-stepping in a country bar and learned on the spot just so he could dance with me. I am in a healthy and beautiful and loving and kind relationship with one of the most amazing men I've ever met on earth. And because of that, it's allowed me to be gentle and kind and really opened up like the more feminine side of me, where I don't have to worry about things and I don't feel like I have to be in charge of everything, because I have a man who handles things but also takes care of me inside and out, and I'm so grateful. And I honestly wish the type of man that I have on any woman in the world, because that is exactly what you deserve. And I'm so glad that my 3 daughters get to see me being loved properly and the way that I should be, and the way all women should be loved.
Wow, we have heard from different women. So for me, let me first describe how it feels like. It feels so safe and secure. You are never worried about him leaving, about his loyalty, about his devotion, about his interest, about his desires. You feel you are the only girl in the whole world. He is your best friend, the person you want to go with, your problems and happiness. A healthy relationship is loving, caring, and very healing. You don't feel drained emotionally and physically. Arguments are discussions where you are not yelling back and forth at each other, and you are genuinely solving problems, and one of the other is wrong, apologize. Quite alright, every relationship has ups and downs, but they are not toxic. So, to me, and to the women watching this video who have been in a toxic relationship, don't lose hope. Love is there. Please, guys, share what your love story is in the comment section below and share my videos. Thank you so much. Bye.